Hello, YouTubers. My name is actually Hermie. I mean, you might all remember me from Rudolph's pal in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You see, I was an elf, and I was stuck making toys, but I was not very happy with my work. I guess I just always wanted to be a dentist. I like pulling teeth. I liked all these molars, the bicuspids, the incisors, and I just wasn't digging, being an elf. So I ran away because I was such a misfit. Why am I such a misfit? I am not just a nitwit. You can't fire me. I quit. See, I don't. Just kidding. I'm actually here. Guys, what is going on? This is the Club of the Man 1993. I'm coming at you for my live review of Monday Night Raw. Of course, I should say happy Christmas. Merry Christmas Eve, of course. Well, it's Christmas Day, technically. This is past, midnight here, of course, where I live at. So, yeah, Merry Christmas already. I'll be saying it tomorrow for my SmackDown review as well. Yeah, so I decided to change it up a little bit. You see, I had this red nose I was putting on I got from work the other day. But for this review, I thought I'd go back in time a little bit. So, of course, you guys are wondering, where in the world did I get a costume like this from? When I was a senior in high school, we did the Christmas play, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, of course, and I was Hermie. This was custom made by my mother. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I didn't put on the maroon colored pants, of course, but I just thought I'd, do a little bit different, little attire for this slide review. Get into the Christmas spirit, as the presents are downstairs, ready to open them up tomorrow morning. Well, I got to go a little bit earlier before my parents get up because I have something with my dad's. I had to set up outside for his gift. But I just thought I'd share that and then literally do the voice. But I don't want to do the voice too long because I have a little bit of a dry throat right now. Just need to get a little bit of water in there, which I've been drinking a lot all day. I must have gone to the bathroom at least 3 times when I was in church. Not that that even means anything to anyone, but so far, off to a pretty good start so far for Christmas, I gotta say. Although yesterday I almost took home a blouse because my cousin who had me for grab bag accidentally gave me the gift he got for his sister, gave it to me by mistake to open. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I have a blouse now, but nope, it's not. It was a pirate shirt. But yes, guys, Merry Christmas, guys, and we're live for this live review of the Monday Night Raw that took place tonight on Christmas Eve. It was, of course, pre-taped from Sacramento, California, the same location as last week's Raw. I'm not going to say too much about this episode of Raw. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be a lot longer review than last week's Raw review was, but it just was what it was. It didn't suck. It happened. Nothing happened, though. Nothing more got me psyched up for Royal Rumble. Everything just still feels the same for the most part. We did have a little bit of an announcement, though, from Vince McMahon dressed up as Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho. No. Vince was an awful Santa. But we had that. We'll get to that, of course, a little bit as well. But I want to just breeze through this, because, I want to get to bed. I want to be able to, get a celebrate tomorrow. I'm literally just, do this review, take my shower. I might try to do my NXT TakeOver match card if I can't sleep. But I'll do that tomorrow for sure after I get home from, my family gathering and whatnot. But other than that, let's talk about, of course, Raw tonight. First, let's see who's in the live chat. Let me see here. What's going on, Mark? What's going on, Tia Couponer? Thank you guys for joining me for this live chat. Apparently, I am more entertained than Raw. Yep, of course, I definitely am. And Vince finally announced the announcement, which we'll get to that shortly. And yes, did you get my video tweet? Yeah, we'll talk about that as well. The awkward little commentary spit from the Miracle on 34th Street fight that we saw. Yes, I did see that. Maybe lose my appetite a little bit, but it was definitely just exposing the poor commentary on Raw. He sells a bet that it'll be the finals at WrestleMania. We shall see. That really nothing to really talk about. Exactly. I'm just going to breeze through these results real quick. I'm probably just going to just go through them quickly. Boom, boom, boom. Nothing really much to talk about this episode of Raw. So I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to waste my time. But, come up here, just give my thoughts on the show again. It wasn't awful, but nothing happened. Just nothing happened. Best part of the night was definitely, I thought, the Raw Women's Championship match with Ronda Rousey and Natalya. That's the only only good part. Everything else was just average. Nothing was really god awful, but again, just an average show. Nothing happened. This could have literally been mistaken for a house show, in my opinion. Just like a decent house show. It pretty much was a glorified house show, if you want to put it that way. But yeah. So I'll get into the results, and we'll just go from there. So the show opened up with Elias getting ready to sing a song ahead of his match. He's wearing a Santa hat. He launched to his usual opening about Walk with Elias. He says it's fitting, and he's opening the Christmas Eve Raw because at this time of year, there are 3 truths that follow everyone: peace on earth, goodwill to his fellow man, and WWE stands for Walk with Elias. He says he's going to give us the gift of beating and humiliating Bobby Lashley, but first he's got the greatest gift, an original Elias Christmas song. He then launches into a song which is about how children can be annoying at times, but not as annoying as Leo Rush. And his Christmas wish is that Lashley goes missing, and he starts doing the whole thing with Bobby Lashley sucks repeatedly, getting that every single week. Then we have a match with Bobby Lashley and Elias. It was all right. It was basically just, Elias getting his comeuppance on Bobby Lashley for hitting with the guitar after their stupid ladder match on at TLC last Sunday. The only thing I can remember from watching the highlights is the fact that there was Legos used this match. That Bobby Lashley was hit like a spine buster, like a power bomb into the Legos, and from there on out, I think Lashley was pushed into Leo Rush, who fell through a table full of a bunch of stuff, and then Elias used like a violin or something like that to hit Bobby with to get the win. Kind of a wasted stipulation. Again, I just didn't see Bobby Lashley and Elias really being a street fight worthy type of match. Maybe I'll get Elias again. So he's to prove on the wrestling skills. The storytelling, is there, but just the wrestling ability needs to improve there. Bobby Lashley, if booked better against a better opponent, I could see him in a street fight. But yeah, not really meant for a street fight, these two. But Bobby Lashley gets the win. Afterwards, he shoves cookies in Leo Rush's mouth and then dumps eggnog on top of him. I don't know, but what T.A. Kupar was talking about before, he sent me a video. There's a point in the match where, Renee Young puts over Bobby Lashley, Elias, at being like an artist, and then Bobby Lashley to show off his rear end, where we're supposed to do that, and then Corey Graves appreciate it or something like that. It was just super awkward. Gosh, what again? Probably just to give Vince a chuckle backstage for his own, just for his own sake. Again, this is all this show's about. The 74-year-old, however old man he is, just cracking up backstage. Everybody else is going cheap, just cheap toilet humor, pretty much. But Elias wins. Can we end this feud and move on? Who knows? Afterwards, we did have an appearance. No, we do not have that. We're told that we're going to have an appearance of Mr. McManta Claus and Paul Heyman, as well as a tag title match that we're going to get next. Before we got that, we had Heath Slater get a promo saying that his Christmas wish is to have his best friend Rhino back on Raw. Then we have Bobby Roode and Chad Gable taking on the Revival in a tag title match. Decent match. Wasn't anything too special, I thought. Kind of showed once again that these two teams when booked right can be good. I was seeing the mind games and kind of not really mind games, but the Revival trying to outsmart Gable and Roode, just look like they actually kind of knew what they were doing, if you know what I mean. Again, that psychology that they had down at NXT is tough to explain. It's they were they were able to work as a team very well. Like the chemistry with Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson were there. And I didn't see it go like all out was the NXT, but I just saw like, them working together, being able to, be smart and outsmarting their opponents, even though they're villains, but they look like that they could have been tough to beat. Not like hardcore, of course, but it showed me that there is something there. That's why I appreciate this at least. Chad Gable eventually got the win, hitting an exploding German suplex or whatever the heck it's called. For the victory. I'm sorry, no, he hit on him, but it was broken up. He won the match by hitting a small package on Dawson to retain the tag titles. But apparently afterwards, Dawson was not the legal man. So we're probably going to get another match because we've seen this how many times with I wasn't the legal man, so that shouldn't be the case. So all right, then why waste the match? Who knows? We know the storyline how many times, but that was that. We had the B team backstage caroling, saying like the 12 Days of Christmas involving the B team or whatnot. They offered Apollo Crews a B team T-shirt for his kids, but Crews says the person no thanks and recommended that their song. He said no thanks, and they were just still singing their song. Lucha House Party then got a backstage segment. They talk about what they're asking Lucha Claus to bring in for Christmas. Hawkins gets 1-2 where it takes him a minute and some outside prodding before he asks Santa for a win. Noe Jose wants Santa to give him enumerates, all the stuff he's going to need to take the WWE Universe to the North Pole to make it happen. Then we get a video package again of the 6 NXT superstars that are getting called up soon. Again, Lars Sullivan, both members, Otis Dozovic and Tucker Knife Heavy Machinery, Lacey Evans, EC3, and Nikki Cross. Dolph Ziggler going to get a handicap promo where he says, talk about the things he deserves, like Shane McMahon giving him the Best in the World trophy, a Netflix special, and proof that he's just that damn good. We also get another vignette of Kevin Owens returning soon. Drew McIntyre was in the ring before this triple threat match we had. He asks if a mountain lion worries when it spots 2 deer in the wild and says, of course not, that's extra food. But of course, Dolph and Finn are going to gang up on him, but he's not going to make a difference because those boys are limited and the Scottish psychopath is limitless, kind of taking a page out of Keith Lee's book here. Once he disposes Bauer and Ziggler, he's going to win the Royal Rumble and fulfill his prophecy by main eventing WrestleMania. So because McIntyre kind of announced he's in the Royal Rumble. I'm not sure if this was for sure him declaring. But we had Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, and Finn Balor in this match. Match is all right. Balor won with a coup de grace on Ziggler. Balor kicked out of Ziggler's zigzag. I swear, everybody kicks out of all of Ziggler's finishers now. Maybe not the super kick, but I'm sure people kick out of that also. But Balor gets the win here. Afterwards, McIntyre basically just grabs Ziggler and he starts telling him that how he's trying to save the place and there's not enough room for the both of them. And then Ziggler then just comes behind and hits a zigzag. So I don't know. I was digging the stuff with him and Balor first, but then when they broke up him and Ziggler, it's just been weird. I don't get what's going on. Balor's getting the victories. He got a sneaky win on McIntyre TLC, but then he pins Ziggler in this match tonight. But they're still booking Dolph Ziggler more so like a tweener, like a heel. So I don't know. It kind of makes you feel like they should just not had McIntyre and Balor. It's giving Balor victories, but just 3 ways is getting kind of strange what's going on here. We'll see what happens. It looks like that McIntyre is at Rumble again. I want to see either him or Rollins win the Royal Rumble match next month. We go backstage again with the BT. We're still thinking of version of the 12 Days of Christmas. Dallas knocks a Christmas tree over out of frustration, pretty much because they messed up, so they started off again, whatever the heck it is. We have Mr. McMahon Claus, dressed up, saying he's going to the North Pole. He announces apparently that John Cena is back on both Raw and SmackDown. Okay, but when's he going to be appearing? We don't know. And he also announced that 2019 we will get women's tag titles. And next week, we're going to get a steel cage match between Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. He takes the beard and wig off and asks the crew if they've seen Bad Santa. Then the camera cuts, which that was awkward. So, all right, Ziggler or McIntyre inside a steel cage could be interesting to end the year. Also, my thing is, though, again, these women's tag titles are for sure coming. But then I saw a photo somewhere where the tag titles look there's going to be Raw and SmackDown tag titles for the women, which, once again, I'm not for that because, once again, there's not enough depth to have two divisions for this division. For the women's tag title division, you can have like one women's tag title, one men's tag title. That's it. I don't know why they're not going to go with that, but whatever. It's WWE wants to do. We're not stopping them. Apparently, we're the authority now. Well, then how come we're, not taking part in any of this? Liars. All they liars are all talk. Okay, the announcement last year was complete bull crap. It just pissed me off. Of course, we didn't have a 6-woman tag match. It was a little bit different. There was no Riot Squad match tonight. Alicia Fox, Dana Brooke, and Mickie James taking on the Boston Hug Connection, Bayley and Sasha Banks and Ember Moon. And the babyface team won. That's all I remember. That's all I care about. Oh, after the match, the Riot Squad came down and beat down the winners, dumping them out of the ring. And just claim this is how the Royal Rumble works. So who cares? We get also congratulations to Sarah Logan and Raymond Rowe, the War Raiders, for their wedding this weekend, that they're officially married. So congratulations to them as well. We get a recap of what's going on with Corbin and Rollins. So we're pretty much set up for the main event tonight, which is Seth Rollins and Baron Corbin's regular one-on-one match. I guess it's because Corbin blamed Rollins for what happened with him getting fired and whatnot from him being general manager. So I don't know. I don't care. We had that match later on. And then we had this segment, which was weird. We had Paul Heyman singing like a different version of Silent Night, talking about Braun Strowman's upcoming match with Lesnar at the Rumble. He apparently got access to Braun's personal files, tells a story about how he apparently prayed to Santa that he would bring him a replica title, and now he's a full-grown monster that wants the real title at the expense of Brock Lesnar. He says he's going to shoot from the hip, and there's no way he's getting the title this year. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer couldn't find a path to the Universal title, and all Strowman is going to get from Santa is one big lump of coal. Out came Strowman. Paul begs him off, wishing him Merry Christmas, but then Strowman pulls out a red nose, this thing right here, which I'll put on my face, even though I'm Hermie tonight, not Rudolph. And antlers, calling Paul Heyman the red-nosed advocate, saying that he's got a message for him to send to Brock. He's going to be healed by Rumble, and he's going to get these hands. That's all you're pretty much saying is, what else there to say is, this is the third time they're facing off, and once again, every time Braun Strowman gets a big opportunity, he just flounders. So, to me, this is my last chance for Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman doesn't win the Universal title this time. I'm just okay. I have no. I'm done. I just seen him get. I love Braun Strowman to death. He's improved a heck of a lot since the Wyatt family run, but this was his year to capitalize on him, and the WWE just did not do it. Could have been sooner, maybe. Who knows if they didn't drag out the Lesnar and Reigns feud for this year, but it's over with now. I don't know. This segment was weird. Didn't really give me that much excitement for the match again. I just want Strowman to win the title. That's the only reason I'll care on this match is if Strowman wins the title. If not, waste of time once again. Oh boy. We have an interview backstage with Natalya saying she expects nothing but the best from Ronda, and Ronda expects the same from her, but nobody knows Ronda better than she does. 2018 was one of the most challenging years for Nattie, but she's focused and ready, and bringing the title home would be an amazing gift for her and her family. Alexa Bliss apparently is backstage and since she asked Sam for a personality for Bayley, some humility for Sasha Banks, and some good makeup for Ronda. Tyler Breeze asked Sam for a speed recovery for Fandango and for some Ariana Grande tickets with the preference for the latter if he could only have one. Then We have Natalya and Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship. Not a bad match. Again, probably the best match of the night, in my opinion. It was a fresh matchup for Ronda Rousey. Kind of showing the story about how these two, have trained together. They've become really good friends since Nattie came over to Raw, and showed they both know each other very well. And a couple times, Nattie looked like she was going to get Ronda into the sharpshooter, but then Ronda eventually get Nattie to tap out to an armbar. After the match, they embrace it out of respect because they're friends and they can't hate each other yet. So that happened there. Then Dean Ambrose cut a promo in a dark room, which I like that I did in a dark room, saying he wishes Seth luck in his match against Corbin tonight. Well, not really. He wishes him what he deserves. The gullible fool probably still believes it's Santa that it is. And this year, Dean got the gift he deserves, the IC title, which is like, okay, Dean, you've had that IC title before, though, so that's kind of a little lousy. And imagine the lousy Christmas Seth's going to have if he loses tonight. All right. That was what it was for the most part, pretty much. I liked how it's doing in a dark room, but once again, it's still feel like they're just trying to bring more of like a silly aspect out with this Ambrose heel run. Again, it's something, as I keep saying, it's something, but we got to dig deeper with this. I keep saying that, but what do I know? Oh, gosh. We then had, first we had a vignette for Sami Zayn, who's supposed to be returning soon. We have Heath Slater taking on Jinder Mahal. Nothing happened in this match. We just see some guy dressed up as Santa coming through the crowd. The Singh brothers attack Slater. Santa got into the ring and starts taking out Mahal and the Singh brothers. Hits the gore. It was obvious that it was Rhino dressed up as Santa coming out. And he embraces Heath Slater. But I don't know if that means Rhino's back for good. Who knows? I don't know. It's not going to lead to anything anyways. We had the B team still singing apparently it was on the 42nd day of Christmas, and then they both just pretty much collapsed, and they were passed out, full of Christmas cheer and whatnot. Then we have this repeat of Vince McMahon's announcements from earlier, and then a repeat of the vignettes for the NXT call-ups coming because once again Raw is 3 hours. Seth is interviewed backstage, says life is about moving forward. He's focused on putting Corbin away. And as for Ambrose, he can try to take everything he wants from him, but he can't take the reputation nor his heart. Then we have Apollo Crews asking for Santa for a tank because he needs to flip it over and then moonsault over afterwards. He essentially wishes to punish their opponents, and Victor is sad because he wants to do Secret Santa, but Connor thinks that's dumb since there's only 2 of them. And Angle says making sure Corbin didn't become general manager is the only gift he needed, pretty much. Then we have Seth Rollins and Baron Corbin in a one-on-one match. Decent match. I don't know. Again, we kind of already seen the match with the TLC match. Again, it's kind of stepping backwards with them a little bit. But, I get, this Raw feud between it's not pay-per-view feud between us kind of continuing. Since Corbin's blaming Rollins for what happened, putting like all this blame for the show sucking on him. The show is still not that great. Of course, hopefully for a refresher in 2019, who knows? But still thought it was a decent match. I don't get why Corbin's still wrestling in corporate gear, though. Why is he wrestling back in his regular in-ring attire? He's a superstar now, no longer a corporate figure. But who knows? Rollins got the win with the blackout, and a commentary wishes a Merry Christmas, so that's how we went off the air. So again, pointless show. It wasn't awful, but very skippable show. I gave it a C. Just an average show. Nothing bad happened, but nothing really good happened. Nothing happened. It was a glorified house show being used as an episode of Raw, in my opinion. That's all I gotta say, pretty much. So let's just check the live chat and see what we got here in the live chat before I check out and get ready for the holidays. Let me see. Where were we at? Yeah, that was odd remark from Corey Graves for sure. Seth was good. The only question is where will there be one set or two set of tag titles? Again, I saw a photo of a possible design for tag titles on Twitter. It looks like there's going to be two, which once again, I'm not a fan of that at all. There should only be one. Again, we don't need two world champions. We don't need two tag titles. We don't need two women's titles. We can have two mid card champions, but there's just too many titles, which is once again reasons why pay-per-views are 4 hours long and take it away from non-title storylines, which I feel are much more interesting than championship storylines, because WWE gets lazy. Like, oh, they got championships. It's the only story we have to tell. Boo! It sucks. So I'm not a big fan of that. Yeah, and then Lashley and Elias was kind of funny, but Corbin and Rollins should have main evented in a Miracle on 34th Street fight. Well, first off, yeah, what's up, Elite Squad? Yeah, I would rather have had a scene for them and not Lashley and Elias. Drew versus Dolph versus Drew and Dolph in a steel cage should be good next week. I agree. Mark Renee said, "What are we supposed to do with Lashley's pose?" And Corey said, "Enjoy it." Yeah, it's disgusting. Roode and Gable pinned the wrong guy, which once again is probably losing the match. I feel bad for Revival. Now there is no automatic rematch clause anymore, which is very stupid. I would like to see McIntyre win the Rumble in 2019. Let Braun finally win the title. I agree. And Tia Kapar heard that Rollins is the odds-on favorite. Drew is number 2. Drew and Brock would be a bad match either. I am sick of Lesnar squashing Strowman, so am I. I want to see either Cena, Bauer, Rollins, or Styles win the Rumble, which would not be a bad idea. Cena, man, all right. Bauer, sure. Rollins, yes. Styles, I'd be fine with as well. Vince is a bad Santa for sure. I wonder who they're going to have Ambrose feud with for IC title since Seth can't get a rematch, which is stupid. That feud should be continuing, but who knows? Dean versus Finn or Elias would be good for the IC title, I agree. I want to see either Banks versus Rousey or Rousey versus Banks, which would be a good. I can't take Braun seriously much either. I agree. He lost all of his momentum for sure this year. Should have done it at SummerSlam. That's correct. It was good seeing Raw close with Rollins getting a win for sure. Dean had the IC title at Christmas 2015. He lost it in February 2016, which once again is true. He heard that Owens and Zayn are nowhere to being cleared. Once again, just making it an infomercial. Again, just to say all these names are coming to the show, which probably won't be till again. We probably won't see Owens and Zayn till after WrestleMania, I think. But who knows? They can't really do anything huge because it's in the spoilers that got leaked. Hope that the wrestlers and employees are off. Me too. Yeah, but that's basically all I got to say about this episode of Raw. I gave it a C, but thank you guys for joining me in the live chat. Again, I appeared in my Herbie costume, of course, as well, bringing back the memories from, can't believe it's already been 6, no, actually, it was in December 2011 when I was Hermie. It was 7 years ago now, wow, when I was Hermie in the Christmas play. Well, I can tell Gates away because this is not as, this is a tad bit tight on me, but, I was once very skinny, but I'm not fat or anything, but I'm definitely not as thin as I used to be. But yeah, guys, thank you guys again to Tia Couponer, Elite Squad, and Mark for all joining me in the live chat, guys. What grade would you give Raw? Of course, your thoughts down in the comment section below. And be sure as always to click my like and subscribe or comment on my channel. Follow me on Twitter at ToMayoBride3. Again, I'll try to get my NXT TakeOver Phoenix card done tonight, or if not, I'll do Vision tomorrow and get the Rumble card done this week as well. And if you want to also check out my Wolfenstein 3D Christmas special I did last night, also all 4 of those videos are uploaded as well. So guys, thank you again. Enjoy your Christmas day, guys. And yeah, just hope you guys enjoyed what you get for the holiday. Of course, if you're Jewish also, happy Hanukkah as well. I mean, I'm not Jewish, as I said before, but I have a few friends that are Jewish. Happy Hanukkah, late Hanukkah again, but Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.